So after days of driving at night like a couple of RVing vampires, we're finally making our way to Palo Duro Canyon State Park.
In broad daylight.
Yep.
Follow the road into the sky. Never let adventures pass you by. Be free and follow your crazy dreams. We're living our vision in the RV. Come ride with us and you'll be free.
Nestled in the heart of the Texas Panhandle lies a geological marvel often dubbed the Grand Canyon of Texas, Palo Duro Canyon. Stretching approximately 120 miles in length and reaching widths of up to 20 miles, this vast canyon plunges to depths of around 800 feet, revealing a vibrant tapestry of multicolored rock layers and steep mesa walls.
4 o'clock is after hours here, so if you're going to get here after 4 p.m. in broad daylight, you're supposed to call ahead of time and let them know. And they put your information in the yellow box.
This is for camping he's
for
talking
camping.
about.
That's what I'm talking about. They knew that, right? Say yes.
Holy cow, there's a lot of them in there.
So what old we get? What's this thing?
I don't
Our
know.
number.
Maybe that's a gate code. So don't show that.
Well, can't show that. This is the gate code, and Michelle got 3 different maps. Let's go find our campsite.
Early Spanish explorers are believed to have dubbed the canyon Palo Duro, meaning hard wood, in reference to the abundant mesquite and juniper trees populating the open areas.
Figured we would stop. We were actually pretty full on our tanks. We timed it just right to empty them once we got here. Sorry for the sound. It's just water. It's just water. It's just water. Now, if you put in Palo Duro Canyon State Park and you look for the low temperature, it tells you the park, but it doesn't tell you way down in here where we're going to be in the campground. And the temps have been getting pretty close to freezing in the low 30s, so I'm going to go ahead and put some RV antifreeze and I'll put it in the toilet, a little bit in the sink, and then after these tanks are empty, then run a little bit through the pump, turn it off and put it away, and we'll be good for a few days just in case it gets below freezing, and then it'll protect that pump, that macerator pump that's underneath. We originally had only Saturday reserved, and so I called yesterday to see if we could go ahead and get Friday, because our schedules change all the time, but we'd like to put something in place ahead of time. And she said, the lady told me that they were all booked. It was completely full. And then she said, oh, wait a minute. I just had somebody cancel, so we got our second night here. That was a cold shower. Get us hooked up, and I think I'm going to go ahead and fill up our fresh tank. What's that? What's that? Never mind? Okay. Never mind. Fill up our fresh tank while it's still daylight and get us all ready for tomorrow. Actually, more than tomorrow. For the rest of the weekend, and it'll probably last us a few days. So this is our site number 11.
Hard to see now, but there's a male and a female cardinal in there.
You seen a garbage can? Oh, there's a garbage can right over there. I should have just walked that over there before we took off. I think I'll do that. All right.
This is a pretty place.
It is pretty. If you come in after hours, there is a late check-in process, and which is real easy. You're supposed to call ahead of time if you are going to check in past 4 p.m. What we decided we're going to do, since we're so close on the map, show the map here. We're right in here somewhere. We got all the way down here to go. So we're going to go up here back to the beginning at the headquarters there and get our new pass to put on our windshield that shows that we're not a late arrival. And then we're going to start there and just work our way all the way down the canyon, and then hit some things if we missed anything on the way back. And then we're going to come right back here to the campground tonight. And hopefully we're going to get some hiking in. We got a late start today. It is almost 11:15.
No, I'm just
So they are busy. This is the kickoff to the spring
Spring
as well.
break.
Yeah.
Got our new pass for tonight's camping.
And
They're
Yeah.
sold out too. Even their cabins are sold out.
yeah,
And there's a line of cars.
it's the most popular state park in Texas.
Did you know it is the second largest canyon in the United States?
Right, we all know what the biggest is.
What?
The Grand Canyon?
Oh, is that why they call it the Grand?
I'm still like, I still didn't know that there even was a canyon in Texas. So
Yeah.
I thought-
Are you going to read some history out yet? Tell a little bit of fun facts before we get going? And we ate just a little bit. Well, what time was it when we ate? I don't care. I'm
He's
hungry.
hungry.
You want something to eat?
Uh, maybe just a cheese stick or something.
Cheese stick? You want the meat with it? Meat stick with it also?
Sure.
All right.
Drink plenty of water while you're here.
Yeah,
It does say that I'm assuming this is in the summer months, but the canyon floor can get up to 120 degrees during the day. So
Yeah.
be
But
mindful of that.
We're here at a good time of the
Yeah.
year.
This is March 1st.
Yeah. So we were checking, or I was checking the weather ahead of time. I did the 14 days, so it was about 14 days in advance. when we were trying to leave Harlingen to get going, and looked like the temps were going to be perfect here. By the looks of the traffic, I think everybody else agrees.
I know. I think so too. It's windy today though, so I don't know if it normally is here, but today it is. The state park consists of 27,173 acres. The original parkland was deeded by private owners in 1933, and the Civilian Conservation Corps, CCC, sent 7 companies of young men and military veterans to the canyon from 33 until 1937 to develop the road access to the canyon floor and construct the visitor center, cabins, shelters, bridges, trails, and park headquarters. Although much of the hard work remained to be done, the state park officially opened on July 4th, 1934.
We're up to go.
Yeah. That's a pretty view.
Oh, that's pretty.
Visitor center and gift shop, half mile ahead. We need to stop it.
When we came in here, it said the visitor center here, but I think the road must, we didn't see it, but I think there's a road right over here that you can drive down to the visitor center.
Carved over millennia by the relentless forces of the Prairie Dog Town Fork Red River, Palo Duro Canyon showcases dramatic geological formations, including caves and the iconic Lighthouse rock hoodoo. Visitors can embark on a 6-mile round-trip trail to witness this natural sentinel up close. Beyond its geological splendor, the canyon is steeped in rich history. Once a significant habitation site for indigenous peoples, it later became a pivotal area during the Texas Indian Wars. In the late summer of 1874, a coalition of Cohada Comanche, Southern Cheyenne, Arapaho, and Kiowa warriors, led by Chief Lone Wolf, sought refuge in Palo Duro Canyon, Texas. There, they stockpiled food and supplies for the winter. On September 28, 1874, Colonel Ranald S. McKenzie led several U.S. Army companies in a surprise attack on their encampment. The assault resulted in the destruction of the tribe's winter supplies and the capture of nearly 2,000 horses, dealing a significant blow to the Plains Indians' ability to continue resistance. This decisive victory for the United States played a crucial role in the Red River War, leading to the eventual surrender of the Southern Plains tribes and their relocation to reservations.
Nice thing about this is kind of just a one road straight through,
Yeah.
so you're really not going to miss much. And the only thing you would miss is if you wanted to do a lot of hiking and all the different hiking trails. This first trail that we're at is the CCC trail. It says a quarter of a mile.
I think it's a quarter of a mile, maybe to it.
To the trail? Oh, that might be what it's saying, but because you read that it was
Yeah,
like an hour and a half.
Well, the distance is 1.4 miles one way. It's a difficult trail, and it takes 1.5 hours.
Okay, so almost 3 miles, 2.8 miles. So with our timing, we're going to try to do some of the shorter trails today.
If we can find them. It's very hard to follow on the map, I feel like, where the trails are.
Okay, well, we at least get out and walk up here on this little cliff thing and take a look. we're gonna walk down here a little further. It's time to saddle up, Sally. Should we name her Sally?
Today, as part of the Palo Duro Canyon State Park, it offers a plethora of recreational activities, from hiking and biking to horseback riding across its 16 diverse trails. Adventurers can immerse themselves in the canyon's rugged beauty. For those seeking a more leisurely experience, the park provides campsites, cabins perched on the canyon rim, and group facilities like the Mac Dick Pavilion, perfect for gatherings against the backdrop of breathtaking vistas.
This place is closed for some reason, but there is a trail up here. You said it was an easy trail?
Yes, it says it's only a 0.4 mile loop and half hour easy. Sounds like it's right up our alley. Here, this is what we're looking for. Horned lizards.
Let me get this right. We're looking for a horny lizard.
Yeah.
Pioneer Trail is an easy half-mile loop near the Prairie Dog Town fork of the Red River and is great for beginners and introducing kids to hiking.
So far, we have not seen any of those horny lizards. Seem to be really hard to find. Horned lizards?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Horned lizards. I got mixed up.
It's growing sand.
You know, every time I see a creek like that, I think of my dad and where my grandma and grandpa's farm was. And they'd always call it the crick. Down by the creek, found a lot of Indian fossils there. A lot of those little beads Indians used to make necklaces out of. They were all over. Well,
Yep, that was an easy loop.
I'd spend my 0.4 miles on another trail if it were me. How do you feel?
Well,
Take your time, we got all day.
You could take this.
I asked you about this trail.
Oh, yeah. Maybe bypass that one. There is this trail here too, somewhere.
The Pioneer Amphitheater was established in 1966 and is carved and nestled into a natural basin. It was constructed specifically to host the musical drama Texas, which has become a long-standing summer tradition. We hear that it is an absolute must-see when visiting the Texas Panhandle.
Got a restaurant in here, and they do have fuel right there. It don't look workable, but
That's a very old pump.
Yeah.
Fuel pump.
And what is this place called?
The Trading Post.
The Trading Post. Should we go in and trade?
Yep.
And then there was something right next to it, wildlife viewing area.
Yeah.
So we may do both while we're here. Now I do like these, whenever you get to a diagonal parking place with this 24-foot strata island, that's the nice thing about diagonal spots. This seems to always fit in most of those.
Unless this is short.
Without sticking out too far.
It looks short.
And you don't have to take up 2 spaces or hang over a spot or anything. What? World famous burgers?
That's why you wanted to stop. Saddle up, Sally.
How? Wildlife viewing blind. See, they had seating outside to eat too.
Yeah.
We've noticed that some of these places where people are pulled over, there's no signage that tells you what it is. You just kind of got to go by the map. All right, this is the trail that's 2.8 miles one way.
We are here. And the whole trail is down to here.
The Lighthouse Rock is the most iconic and recognizable rock formation in Palo Duro Canyon State Park. Rising approximately 310 feet above the canyon floor, this towering hoodoo has become a hallmark of the park and a must-see. The Lighthouse Trail is a relatively easy 3-mile hike from the parking lot and is one of the most popular trails in the park. The path starts by winding along the base of the canyon cliffs, offering breathtaking views of multicolored rock layers, rugged mesas, and steep ravines. As hikers approach the final stretch, the terrain becomes steeper and more rugged, requiring a bit of a climb to reach the base of the lighthouse itself. There, visitors are rewarded with panoramic views of Palo Duro Canyon, making the effort well worth it. The formation stands as a reminder of the park's ancient past and continues to awe those who make the journey to see it.
Yeah, people walking through it. Big cave right there. And the big hole on the side of the hill over there is called Big Cave.
Big Cave at Palo Duro Canyon State Park is one of the many fascinating geological features within the Grand Canyon of Texas. This natural rock formation is a large, shallow cave carved into the canyon walls over thousands of years by erosion and weathering. It offers visitors an exciting and relatively easy hike to explore its rugged beauty up close.
This is cool.
Literally.
Oh my God, that roof looks like it would just cave in anytime, doesn't it? This is it. Right here. Wow, looking down is cool. Well, what do you think of that? That was kind of cool to go up
That
there.
was cool. That was worth walking up there.
Didn't have to walk 3 miles to get to it, at least.
No.
We've been trying to find this little place called Cowboy Dugout because Michelle noticed on the map we kept driving by where it was supposed to be, but there's no signage for it. So we had to kind of figure it out between this day use area here and the Hackberry Campground where we're staying. Kind of figured it out. It should be
Somewhere in the middle.
right up here off of this trail. It looked like, according to the map. There it is. It is.
Oh my gosh, there it is.
My gosh, your husband was right.
Oh my god, do I have to mark this down on the calendar?
The movies The Sundowners, 1950, and the final shot of Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade were filmed at Palo Duro Canyon State Park. In 1916, Colonel Charles Goodnight produced, directed, and starred in the film Old Texas, which was also set in Palo Duro Canyon. The movie is about Goodnight, the Kiowa tribe, and the history of Palo Duro Canyon.
I'll give you the count of 3 to come out with your hands up. 1, 2, 3.
You first.
This short trail leads to Goodnight's Dugout, which some believe to be the original restored structure, while others say it's a replica. Regardless, the Cowboy Dugout offers a fascinating glimpse into the rugged lifestyle of the cowboys in the 1880s.
So you can park by the road. There's just no sign for that Cowboy Dugout. And it's just a really short walk from there. It wasn't very far at all.
No,
But it's like right there if you park along the road. But all right, well, we're gonna go back to the campground and pray for a hot shower, eat some dinner here, and then plan for tomorrow.